Yo, you want to hear about a weird game? Whether you've heard of this bizarre sleep app meets idle progression game or not, and I'm guessing the latter is true for most people watching, I just feel like I need to tell you about Pokémon Sleep. You might have seen the initial reveal trailer a few years ago, back when everyone was like, what the fuck is this? But you might not know that it came out. My friends and I downloaded it on launch last July because we thought it would be a cute little sleep tracker app to mess around with for a few days, and we were right. You know, most of them quit out after a few days or a couple weeks, but I alone remain to this day. I drew sleeping Snorlax on a chalkboard at my friend's house. Let me just get this out of the way immediately. This is not sponsored, and you can probably guess my issues with this game given that it is a free-to-play mobile title. I know that it seems like a video that would be sponsored considering my usual take on manipulative mobile games, but I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Over the last 9 months, I have only missed a few nights of sleep tracking, usually due to the time I go to bed perfectly aligning with the game's reset, which is 4 a.m. I also embarrassingly pay $10 for the premium pass. But why do I do all of this for a shitty sleep tracker that only gives you data like dozing, snoozing, and slumbering, or lets me hear the weird ass noises I make in the middle of the night? Is it sunk cost fallacy? Maybe. But it's also because of an incredibly slow burn of re-rolling and min-maxing alongside a devout community of the most deranged math nerds imaginable. And I mean deranged in an endearing way. They are very nice. So let me establish what you do first. In Pokemon Sleep, your goal is to travel to different islands and fill the sleep decks with Pokemon sleeping styles. Sometimes they drool, they snore, they make funny faces, they curl up into their shell, or they conk out right on Snorlax's stomach. It's cute. Actually, I found Kangaskhan sleeping on top of Snorlax the other day, and that might be a bit uncomfortable. But how do you find Pokemon? Well, by conducting sleep research. There are 2 factors that determine the rarity of the Pokemon and sleep styles you'll encounter, and I just gotta look over here because I have my notes. The first is your sleep score, which ranges from 1 to 100 based on how long you sleep each night. This number is then used as a multiplier for Snorlax's strength, which increases over the course of a week by feeding him berries and cooked meals. To gather berries and ingredients, you build a team of 5 Pokemon, who you can befriend during research using biscuits purchased with the game's Sleep Point currency. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong. Dude, you should see yourself right now. You are so wrong, it's embarrassing. In addition to each Pokemon type dropping a unique berry, which is important considering that Snorlax's favorite berries change depending on the island you select, you can cook 3 meals a day that will give vastly different point bonuses based on the ingredients you choose. Each Pokemon also has a unique selection of ingredients they can gather, so to reach the higher ranks, your team composition needs to be pretty varied and flexible to balance both preferred berries with high rank meals. If it ended there, I probably would have played Pokemon Sleep for a few weeks, but it doesn't end there, and I have played for 275 days. Ignoring the handful of parents getting their shithead kids to sleep earlier to see a cute Pikachu in the morning, the core of this game, which makes it engaging for the long haul, is min-maxing. It was designed for freaks. Your ass will not reach Master 20 on Lapis Lakeside or Greengrass Isle for that matter by having a nice slumber party with your favorite Pokemon. I haven't gotten close. For the true gamers, it's not an app about tracking your sleep. Maybe it never was, because some people will actually take naps or fake naps to get the right sleeping style for the fucking idle game. It's not even an app about befriending the cutest snoozing dudes you can find. Just like every other Pokemon game ends up in the long run, it's about eugenics. You see, it's not like Pokemon just have berry types and ingredient drops. They have an inventory limit to how many ingredients they can hold, a preset main skill that ranges from randomly dropping ingredients to recovering energy for your party, 5 randomized subskills, and a nature that buffs and debuffs specific traits. To stick with Pokemon Sleep, you must absolve yourself of attachment. You gotta be able to look at your 30th EV and go, 2 inventory ups and a research XP bonus? Get the fuck out of my sight! The reason it takes so long to build ideal teams, which is fitting for a long-term sleep app, is because there's such a large list of natures and subskills, and there's no perfect spread that fits all roles. Inventory up is worthless if that particular Pokemon isn't dedicated to collecting ingredients. Pokemon with strong skills are greatly improved by skill triggers, skill level ups, and the main skill chance up granted by some natures, but berry collectors with charge strength S don't really give a shit. Also, be careful. If the nature has something like main skill chance up but speed of help down, you might want to reconsider, because even though one of the good stats might be buffed, they'll gather ingredients and berries 10% slower than average. Which of course means there's a detailed tier list for every nature based on what type of Pokemon you're trying to build. Naturally, the research for this game goes far beyond one tier list. I don't know what it is about Pokemon games, but they bring out the most insane, math-pilled, number-obsessed spreadsheet programmers I've ever seen. Is this game that deep on a surface level? Not really, but when you watch people make group spreadsheets and do crazy math calculations to cook up conspiracy-level update predictions, or create a separate rotating tier list for long-term investment and candy drops so that everyone can target max efficiency by syncing up daily research, or spend their free time assisting me and other random people on Discord to build optimal teams based on island and recipe combos, that's what makes the game fun. I'm in like 3 separate Discord servers for a fucking sleep app. There is a whole ass website that I use that someone programmed where I can input the exact details of any Pokemon I've befriended, and it will not only inform me that my Raichu is in the 99th percentile, but also give me a detailed breakdown of his contributions to Snorlax's strength and ingredient pool based on his current level and other contributing factors. Sure. You know, why does this exist? Yeah, sure. There are a lot of other features I haven't even bothered to mention, like needing to gather tons of candy to level up and evolve Pokemon, needing to shift team compositions based on the type of dishes you get assigned each week, the sneaky snacking system that recently got nerfed, where Snorlax will automatically be fed berries that go over the carry limit, but like it works differently because energy drains when you're asleep, or how the Pokemon you find are determined not only by the area you choose and your sleep score, but also the type of sleep the app says you're getting, which like sometimes my ass is a dozer and other times I'm in slumber town. And some people cheat the system so they don't have to deal with that. And, you know, it's a mobile game, so of course there's events. I don't care if your ass is at a party, at Disneyland, about to meet the girl of your dreams. If it's a full moon out, that means it's good sleep night, which gives a huge multiplier to your sleep score for like 3 days. So that girl better be staying in your dreams. This is like that one fucking tweet. Hang on. Should I fuck this girl or go home and play Toontown? I low-key would rather play Toontown because they have a double XP thing going on right now, and I don't know when it ends. As you may expect from anything concerning the Pokemon IP, the music is also great. Just super chill little tracks. Each island has a unique tune that changes slightly throughout the day, from morning to afternoon to night, and when they ran the Raikou event last month, they threw a leitmotif in that sucker and went way too hard. Like, it's one of my favorite Pokemon songs of recent memory, and I'm serious about that. However, before you run off to immediately install the game and get pissed that you can't easily find a Pichu with berry finding S until you get him to friendship rank 10, I want you to know that this video is again not an endorsement of Pokemon Sleep. Saying shit like, yeah, this game is really fun if you're not weak-willed is the reason I think promoting games like Genshin Impact can be a really slippery slope, and Pokemon Sleep is not without its microtransactions. Yes! Let's look at them together. Limited bundles. More. Ooh. Oh, look at all that. Ooh. Oh, expansion. Oh, deals. Oh, man. Yeah, this game has a lot of microtransactions. In the item shop, you can buy a pretty large handful of EXP boosters and items to make befriending Pokemon quicker and easier, alongside with these like limited time FOMO bundles for each event with tons of like rare items and incense to guarantee you'll find specific Pokemon. The premium diamonds are also extremely expensive. Just like any other mobile game, you're drip fed a small handful of them by playing, but just to translate a few in-game items, a single night EXP boost costs almost $5. A ticket to boost your camp's effectiveness and cooking pot size for a week is nearly $10, and 3 Great Biscuits, not even enough to recruit a super rare Pokemon unless you get lucky, is nearly $11. But I know kids might ask their parents to buy stuff, and plenty of people will definitely want to rush through that long-term experience or get ahead of the curve or buy the Raikou Research Bundle Volume 1L for $48. I bought like 7 Yakuza games for less than that. But like they still fucking got my ass because the premium pass makes it easier to get sleep points and better items and befriend more Pokemon, and I've been shelling out $10 a month for quite a while now. I'm here so that my audience can learn from my mistakes. I'm not some god on a pedestal. I hate mobile games. I quit all gacha games a long time ago, but you know, here I am spending money on the fucking Pokemon Sleep. Honestly, I get really conflicted and disappointed when I come across games like Pokemon Sleep because it lands in that goofy and novel category that makes it fun and interesting to talk about. But I also just don't want to promote predatory microtransactions. It does help me go to bed before 4 a.m. to consistently get bedtime rewards, and after struggling to hit the hay before the sun comes up for the last, we'll say, some years, it's something. But that's about it. Hit the subscribe button or green Snorlax will be really sad. He's green when you go to Cyan Beach, he's green. And like you wouldn't want to do that to him. Also, if you've been looking at my beautiful green towel wall decoration, it's because I need to get sound panels, but I'm too lazy to find ones. I put 2 towels in the closet. I put one bending around the corner, and then I put one in the ceiling until I get like a false ceiling because there's like a bunch of empty space up there and it makes echoes. Now if you'll excuse me, it's 5:14. I gotta make lunch for Snorlax. Oh, crit. New fucking record on Cyan Beach. Master 16, let's go!